some SKOL.
We love you, Jimmy
SKOL.
Skull 68. We love you.
Yes, sir. Woo! The Vikings are back, baby. 2-0. SKOL, SKOL, and SKOL. Yes.
All right, we get it. Just start the dang video already.
Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, the Vikings knock off the big bad San Francisco 49ers 23-17 at home at US Bank Stadium in Minnesota. The second straight year the Niners have came and they have gone out with the L. The Vikings have beat arguably the best team in the NFL. Handily, I'll say. It could have been way worse than what it was if you take away the Aaron Jones fumble at the 1-yard line. Oh, man. That game was I don't even know how to explain it. That one took my heart for a little roller coaster, but the boys came out victorious, and man, are they fun to watch, and man, are they well coached. Let's just give it up real quick for Kevin O'Connell and his offensive scheme, and then Brian Flores and his defensive scheme. I mean, you really can't do much better than what the Vikings just did, and I'm here for it all day long. It's been, I would say, about 7 or 8 years since the Vikings started out 2-0. Even in our 13-4 season a couple years ago, we started out 1-1. We got boat raced by the Eagles in Philadelphia. It just feels so good to watch this team play. It just makes me so happy and sad. Just watching Sam Darnold, the smile. He's got a good smile. He's got a great smile. Just seeing him in the locker room after all these years of pain and suffering for that guy. If you go up to his Instagram and you look at a post from like 3 years ago, he's got like 1,500 comments and they're all like the garbage emoji. And it's honestly like, it sucks to see that, but it's so funny now to just see everybody just eat their words. It's so funny, and I just really hope the man keeps it going. But, you know, as is tradition, I just cut my nails, so as is tradition, a little celebration in store for today. Victory Monday, baby. And, it feels just so good being able to pop 2 bottles of champagne in 2 weeks. We're going for 3 next week against the Texans, but... Oh! Oh! Woo! That blew me up. Oh, man, that almost blew me to the fucking fridge. Oh, fuck. Hold on. Let me just clean off my keyboard really quick.
What in the world? What? What's going on? Boo, you stink!
Sorry about that. Just got to make sure I don't break this thing. She's okay. She's a trooper, though. 2-0. Oh. To the Vikes. Oh, man, just what a game. I have a little notations here I take through the game, just kind of things that I looked at and saw, but we'll start off. Game starts out, force the Niners to a 3-and-out, humongous. Vikings get the ball. The drive looks good at first. Penalty kind of makes it sputter. They punt the ball. I don't know if that was the punt where they punted it and it was down at the 1, and then Dallas Turner's dumbass ran it into the end zone, so it wasn't down at the 1. They got a touchback, but whatever. And then Niners get the ball back. They go down the field. We force them to punt again. C.J. Ham out of nowhere blocks that bitch down. Vikings recover it, run it back. The drive looked good to start. They stopped us. Will Reichert hits his first field goal of his career. Cheers to him. Props to you, Will. You're going to be a great player in this league, and I'm here to watch you play. I would consider getting a kicker uniform, maybe. Excuse me. Vikings up 3-0. Niners get the ball back. Huge goal line stand at the 1 yard line. We all know what happens next. Yay, Jed is 97. Sam Darnold. Yes, sir. The Jettis to Darnold connection goes 97 yards. The Vikings pull off the play action for the ages. Sam drops back to pass, throws a dot perfectly over 2 Niners defenders right in Jettis' breadbasket. He runs to the left sideline, cuts it back, goes right. Jalen Naylor hits a clutch block. The ref is literally running just the same speed. It's insane. Touchdown Vikes. They go up 10-0. Oh, man. And then the Vikes get another 4th down stand. They get the ball back. That was Sam Darnold's worst play of the game, that really poor interception. I will say, and he had a few throws that weren't great, but he had a lot that were great, and he won the damn game. But he throws a bad pick. Niners go down, score a touchdown. 10-7 with a minute, like 2 minutes left going into half. Vikings have a perfect 2-minute warning drive, take it down, get a nice field goal to go up 13-7 at halftime. And at this point, I'm like, you know what? I was disappointed that we didn't go up 17-0 and we let the Niners get that interception, change the momentum. They scored a touchdown 10-7, then ended 13-7. So, but it's the NFL. You got to take what you get. You're up 6. You're at home. You get the ball at half. Of course, the Vikings get the ball. They go 3 and out. Then they punt it. They punt it back to the Niners. So just a couple of punts to start. And then Brock Purdy throws a ball, kind of a duck, gets tipped in the air. My boy, Josh Metellus, comes down with it. Runs. I thought he was going to take it back for a second, but he didn't. The ensuing play, when Darnold has the ball, it's right around the 10, 11-yard line. Jalen Naylor runs a perfect fake. He faked like he was going to block and ran out untouched, wide open, touchdown. Vikes go up 20-7. At this point, I'm very pumped. Literally 2 plays later, then the Niners get the ball. Brock Purdy throws what was ruled an interception at first, but apparently he was going back to throw it. He just lost it and just chucked up a fumble, and then one of our D tackles, Ward, pulled it down. Vikings get the ball back. They run a great play to... They run a great play to Aaron Jones, fumbles at the 1-yard line. They get the ball at the 1, and they drive down 99, get a touchdown. So at this point, it's 14-20, and I'm getting a little sketch. There's probably 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter, so much time. And Sam Darnold pulls off one of the most beautiful fourth quarter drives while winning by 6 points you could do. Sam Darnold drives him down and takes him 7 minutes. They take almost all the time off the clock, leaving the Niners with 1 timeout, nothing really, and kick a field goal to go up by 9. The Niners do get a field goal, but then they have to attempt the onside kick, which they do not get. Vikings win 2-0. Baby. Feels damn good, doesn't it? Feels damn good. A few players I want to shout out, though. Obviously, Aaron Jones, he did fumble at the 1-yard line, which was good. But other than that, he and Ty Chandler, we have a running game again in Minnesota, and it's damn good to watch, and it's very effective. And running the way they've ran against the Niners defense and the Giants defense is something you should not be scoffing at. That is very impressive. Those are 2 top-tier defenses, at least defensive lines. And shout out to them. Shout out to the O-line. The O-line, they did allow 3 sacks, but they were the entire game giving Darnold clean pockets, and they were a huge reason our run game was doing so well. And they were a huge reason why that 97-yard bomb touchdown to Jefferson that kind of opened up the game for the Vikings occurred. So props to them. Darisaw, all the boys, they looked good. Garrett Bradbury, meh. But major props to those guys. I'm very happy with them. Brian O'Neill, shout out. Lots of love there. Obviously, the wide receivers did their thing. Justin Jefferson had like 4 catches, 133, did his thing. Jalen Naylor did extremely well. I saw Sheffield and Brandon Powell get a few catches, which is great to see. I love seeing that. Will Reichard making his kicks, making his extra points. Love to see it. Did everything he was asked to do. Then on defense, just Patrick Jones getting another 2-sack game. He's now second in the NFL, 4 sacks. It's extremely impressive. And Patrick Jones, I knew he had the dog in him, but it's just great to see all of this coming into fruition now in his career. And dude's playing himself into a big, big contract. And I'm worried that the Vikes won't be able to match that contract, but we'll have to see. Josh Metellus got the pick, just flying around making plays as he usually does. You gotta love that. The corners did very well. I was very happy with them. Debo did have a great game, but Debo's good. Brock Purdy's a good quarterback. It's going to happen. There was a lot of plays where their O-line, which it's just the Niners O-line, is good, even though we still got 6 sacks on that O-line, which is super impressive. Shout out Grenard getting his first sack in Minnesota. Love to see it. AVG, Cashman, obviously Patrick Jones with 2. That's very big. But yeah, Byron Murphy should have had an interception that game. He had one. He was too worried about his feet, and he let it go through his hands. I mean, it definitely was a tough catch. That's why he's not a wide receiver. Am I right? But the Vikes really should feel very confident after this game. This game tells me that the Vikes can play with anybody in the NFL. If you can beat the Niners and beat them well, and like the game was, I mean, it was relatively close by the scoreboard, but there was times in there where the Vikings could have gone up by 20 points, and at that point in the game, it would have been over. They just had a few turnovers that hopefully can get cleaned up as the season goes along. I hope so. That's the one issue with this team right now. We're just turning the ball over too many times, and all it takes is one big play for those turnovers to really sting. But other than that, the Vikings have been, I mean, as good and efficient as you can be as an NFL team, really. So, I mean, I'm just so proud of Darnold and what the offense has been able to accomplish. I know it's 2 games into the season, but you gotta love what you see. I really do, at least. I'm just so happy for the culture we built there. Like, you can tell Kevin O'Connell, and I've given Kevin O'Connell his fair share of shit, and I think some is deserved, and maybe some is not. But he's really building a culture in Minnesota right now, and you can just see it by the way, like, people carry themselves, like, on the field. Like, Jefferson's getting his nose involved in everything, which is what you should be doing as the leader. The way he talks in the press conferences about how it's his team and he knows it. And you need that in the NFL. You need guys to rally the squad. And you can just see in that locker room, there's a whole lot of love that's reciprocated through everybody in there. And it's just, as a fan, as a diehard, as a person who puts my time and effort into keeping up with this team and to sharing my opinions online, it just feels good that we have that type of organization. And we're not the Jets. We're not the, no offense, but the Giants. We're not a trash dumpster fire organization like one of those two. It just feels good to be the Minnesota Vikings, and they just need to keep taking wins, and they really have shown that they can compete with anybody. It's just all about now continuing that into the next week and building upon what you started, and just getting in there and watching film, and just being prepared for week in and week out. We got the Texans this week. We got the weekend after this. We have the Packers divisional, which is big. And then we play the Jets in London, and then we have a bye. If we can just maybe win 2 of these games, go 4-1 into the bye week. Nobody expected that. I mean, not to steal a bar from my man Mike Florio over there at NBC, but I mean, if we can go 4-1 into the break, we're in a damn good position to make the playoffs, and that's all that matters for me, really. Let's make the damn playoffs. Give the boys a chance. Keep fighting. 2-0 is great. But we got a lot of season left, 15 damn games. So let's not get complacent here. Let's not get drunk in our happiness just yet. I'm going to be happy. Don't get me wrong. I deserve to be fucking happy. I deserve to be happy after this win. And so does every Vikings fan in existence right now. Enjoy this win. But come Sunday, it's a new day. It's a new game. So, I will be making my Texans-Vikings preview. Probably going to come out Wednesday or Thursday. I will be out of town this weekend, so I will not be in the stew. But I'm very excited for the game. I think the Texans haven't looked extremely great. As you know, this is not the CJ Stroud of last year. He's still good. I'm not saying that. I'm not at all. But the Bears hung with them, and I think the Bears are horrible. I think they're absolutely garbage. I think Caleb Williams is a bust. And he's really shown that in his first 2 games. Bailed out by, the Titans are just as bad. They're worse. Will Levis he is horrible. But the Bears are lucky that they had a Chicago Bears type game where they get like block punts, they get all this craziness that goes their way. They can't even score like an offensive touchdown, but that's what the Bears do. But sorry, I'm going off on a tangent. I'm gonna end it off here, but SKOL motherfucking Vikes, baby. We're back. Watch out, Houston. We're coming for you. See you in Minnesota next Sunday, baby. All right. Cheers, folks. Lots of love to everybody who watched. And always, SKOL motherfucking Vikes. I'm out.